Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy ED Dividend Passport Bro back with another video. And as always, I like to say thanks to all of the new subscribers that continue to build this channel and get it out there to people that need to get their money right. Guys, it is very simple. With time, anything is possible. All right, guys. We are on our way to 2,000 sub. Right now, we have about 1,880 plus subscribers, right? So I know at the end of this day, about the time we do another video tomorrow, we're going to be at 1,890 plus subscribers. Okay, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. I should have done the video earlier, but I was coming down from my frustration watching the game as these guys pretty much shut us down on both ends of the field. But luckily we came out with a draw, and we never win out there. It's very rare but we win out there. So anyway, this is not a soccer channel, but I am a big soccer fan, a big Chelsea fan. So I like to talk about my team because, as you guys know, as a sports fan, it is emotionally tough sometimes, okay, guys? But let's get back to business, guys. And on this channel, I try to motivate people, motivate folks to get up off their behind and invest in the future, right? I was not always here to this point. Guys, this is not financial advice, okay? I'm just a guy on YouTube, 51 years old, soon to be 52 years old, a father of a 22-month-old baby girl, right? She's gonna be 2 years old on February the 4th, and I'll be 52 on February the 11th. So she was supposed to come on my birthday, but it didn't happen. But anyway, none of that matters at that point because she's here and she is a bundle of joy. And you know, I get more motivated to do these videos, right, and invest not only in my future, but in her future, and in her sister's future as well. Guys, you know, it is simple, right? When you decide you want to get your life to the next level, you sit there and think, it's like, well, how am I going to do it, right? What am I going to do? A lot of people say, you know what, I'm gonna start a side hustle. Okay, you start a side hustle. That's a good way, right? Some people wait till they lose their job and then start a side hustle. Some people do a side hustle while they have their jobs, right? And sometimes the side hustle turns to a full-time business to where it generates more income than the job, and they end up leaving the job. So take me for example. My portfolios generate more income than I make on my job, right? But I love what I do. And my job is not mentally tasking. There are points when, yeah, it gets a little stressful, but 90% of the time, it's not. So of course, I love what I do. I've been doing it for a lot of years. And my company is a fully remote company. So it allows me to do my work from anywhere in the world. I just gotta let my boss know, hey, I'm gonna be here, and you know, but I'm still gonna be working, blah blah blah, and that's it. All right. Everybody else don't have that option. So if you're not like me, and you need to get to the next level, the main thing is time, right? I started investing at 46, right? Because my birthday's in February, so really at 47. If we do the math right? February, I started in February of 2020, okay? But I started looking into dividend investing in December of 2019. So if you want to get to the next level, you got to say what the hell you're going to do. So what do you do if you need to invest? What do you do if you need to get to that next level? right? I was getting into my mode, and then I got interrupted by my baby, the 19-year-old. Okay, and I was like, you can't hear me talking, and you open the door, knocking on the door. Okay, but as I was saying, I started late. Now some people started later than me, right? But I show you guys my portfolio all the time, right? My other portfolio is huge, so you can't really see it. There's a lot of stuff in there, okay? So you're not going to see the portfolio, or you're not going to see everything in the portfolio. I got over 100 something positions. And starting the first of the year, we're going to set up the membership, right? And of course, I'm going to see how I can pull certain things that for members only, that will have access to, and create videos for members only, that everybody else won't be able to see. Okay? But, so I can give you guys more, right, than you would get by watching this. Even though I'm giving you guys I give you guys gems every day to motivate you, to get you to the next level to start, right? I've been investing in Dividend for almost 5 years. February the 20th next year, we'll make it 5 years. Okay? But I didn't always start investing in the extreme high yields, I call them, because they're paying 100%, in some cases 120% yield. That is crazy, right? And me investing in those is something that I thought I would never do, because I'd be like, man, these folks are crazy. But that's like my money tree. You know what I'm saying? I planted these seeds, and now these seeds are generating me income. And sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had a little bit more money. I wish I had a little bit more to invest, right? Now, I was gonna bring up the portfolio, right? I was gonna bring out the whole portfolio, but before I do that, we're gonna bring out Snowball. So Snowball Analytics, I pay for this. This is not free. I pay for this, and in the description, if you guys like it and you don't want to buy it, The link is in the description. We got a partnership program with them, and if you use my link, I get a percentage of you buying it, right? But this one is not free. I pay for this with my own money. Okay, but this is a pretty decent tool. It have a lot of stuff. When I say I was going to create my own tools, this is what it was going to look like, right? It's like these guys literally read my mind and built this stuff. Now I'm still building my own tools. I'm still putting it together in the back end, working on it. Now, if you guys know any good developers that you guys can trust, send me the information via email so I can reach out to them and get this thing going, because I really want to have my own tools that I use, instead of using somebody else's tool every day. Right? In that case, I wouldn't even have to say, hey, I got a partnership with them. Even though, no matter what, right, I still like the tool. It's a great tool. My face, where we at? Passive income on this portfolio is 57%. We're up 1%, $174,000. That is amazing, right? $174,000. It is pretty close to the other two that I show you guys all the time. The amount, right? The actual amount, it is fairly close. It's like $100 here or so. So it's like close enough. So when I have two tools that I use to track my dividend, it's like almost in sync. And then I have one that is up, of course, about another 30, 40 grand. Of course, I'm going to stick with the one that's close enough. Right? And that's why I like to use the track your dividend. I don't have no partnership with them. So if you use it, whatever, you just use it because you like it. And that's it. All right, guys. So this is was my first portfolio that I opened, right? I opened this portfolio um, for my housing, right? Housing. Before, right? I still do. I try to separate things that I do. This portfolio for my housing, pay for my housing, period. So let's say if something happened, I wasn't working, this portfolio will pay my mortgage, it will pay my taxes, it will pay light, water, gas. I can do that with this portfolio, right? Initially, that was what this portfolio for. It wasn't to pay with light, water, gas. It was just to pay housing, taxes, insurance. That was the main thing for the house. Light, water, gas was on the charge water account because that was my car account. I sold my Mercedes, no, my BMW, my BMW 580i. I sold that car, and I took that money and put it into that portfolio, right? And over time, that portfolio has grown to where it is today. I believe it is over $200,000 because I do have $100,000. I have 100 some thousand in margin, so if you add them both together, it's about 200,000 right now, right? And it's generating about $130,000 in dividend annually. That is more than a lot of people make in a year. And as we continue to grow the portfolio, guys, right? As we continue to grow the portfolio, I mean, what can we do? What can we do, right? Next year, 2025 goal is to increase the portfolio to 600,000 annually. And I think once I get to 600,000 annually, then I can say, you know what, I have reached my ultimate goal. Then I can start paying things off. I mean, I'm paying bills off right now. I'm paying off credit cards. I'm trying to get my credit score by high enough to where I can get my Corvette. So by the time I hit that 600,000 in annual income, I think I should be way far enough to have a decent credit score to where I can get a better rate, or maybe just pay cash for the car, right? Or get a loan and then pay the car off in 5 or 6 months. I'm not a lease person. I don't lease things. I like to buy things. I like to own them. So it's good if you want to change cars every year or every 2 or 3 years and get the newer thing. For me, I don't care about that, right? I just need a nice, reliable car. And once I get something I want, that I like, it's nice and reliable, I mean, you know, that's it. I have my 2007 Mercedes-Benz over 250,000 miles that I've been driving almost 19 years, right? Almost 19 years. It's like I had that car for like 14, 15 years, I think. About 14 years that I bought that car, that I had that car. So, and then my Mustang, my 1995 Mustang GT 5.0, I had that car now over 9 years, going on I think 10 or 11 years. That was a project car that I might be getting rid of. But I say all of this to say that when you have money, things are different. You look at things differently, right? Because somebody, now today is different because I've spent a lot of money, so of course my balance sheet is a little down. But usually, I can spend $500-600 and not even think about it because you have surplus. Now, this is not. Let me see what's going on with this child. She's screaming, watching TV. Let me see what's going on with her. And she had been quiet all day. But as soon as I start talking, of course, now she needs attention. So guys, this, like I said, this is not to brag. This is not to put anybody down. But you see these tabs. So don't say, okay, well, Edwin got $800,000, $700,000, $600,000, so I need to get there. Yes, it's good to have a goal. It's good to have something to look forward to. That's why I show you guys my portfolio to motivate y'all. Because if you guys watch the older videos, you will see where I started from, right? Where I was getting $1, $2, $3, and up. And for some people, right? Some people that invest, I don't solely invest in extreme high yield, but some people that invest in high yield, it takes them six months, 3 months. It depends. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it was like, Edwin, why don't you make videos, and tell people, this is how much you can make based on your income. I mean, it doesn't matter your income. I mean, it does matter your income, because the more extra income you have to invest, the more your portfolio is going to grow, especially if you're putting it into the high yield, right? If you put it into lower yield dividend, 4 or 5%, it would take 10, 15 years for you to see anything, right? It took I was almost at 5 years, right? 4.5 years, and I was barely making $21,000 a year. But as I start to add more high yield dividend into my portfolio, of course the portfolio skyrocketed. And then came the second part that made the portfolio to grow was using other people's money, which is margins, right? And I got margin call the other day, but it was one of my 3 portfolio got a margin call. So can you imagine if I had margin calls on all 3 portfolios? That would have been crazy. Now they would have to you get a few days or whatever to put that money in the account. But by the time I finish transferring money from here to there to get into the account, I might have been not too lucky. But in my case, right, the portfolio went back up. So I didn't even have to put money into the portfolio, even though I already initiate transfer, because I didn't know what the market was going to do on Friday. So guys, if you want to build generational wealth, I can tell you guys, you have to get a second job. You might have to get 3 jobs, right? You might have to get 3 jobs. When I was building my portfolio initially, I had 2 jobs, 3 jobs, right? Sometimes I would do it for 6 months until I get burned out, and I will leave one, and I will keep 2. And I will do that for as long as I can, 2 full-time jobs. And then I will look for another one that would fit in my schedule. And I would do it for 3 to 6 months. If I liked it, I'll stay there longer. If I didn't like it, I would leave. Because I had a goal in mind, and the goal was to get to where I didn't need a job anymore, right? And let's say if you living off of $2,000 a year, a month, if you get a second job, right, and you still manage your first income as you're living, and invest that second job, the entirety of that second job, right? Whether it's $2,000 a month or whatever, into some extreme high yield dividend, mix it with some regular dividend. Now regular dividend is like 5 to 10% dividend yield. That's like regular these days, because there's so many dividend positions that pay 17, 18, 19, 12, 9%. So it's a lot of them. So you have to look for the good ones. And if you're watching this channel, of course, you get in a head up, because you're seeing what I'm buying, you're seeing what's paying dividend every week. So you see those things, right? But I still borrow money from margins, even though I didn't have to go to a bank. But in some cases, when you put $1,000 in there, they give you $1,000, right? So let's say if you're trying to grow your portfolio, margin helps. But if they give you $1,000, you can't use the whole $1,000, especially if you don't have extra money just in case something happens to throw in there. Then you have a problem. Okay, so If they give you 1,000, you got 1,000 in there. You got $2,000. I would say use 600 of their money, right? Plus your 1,000, and leave 400 in there. Because after what just happened on Thursday and Friday and Wednesday and Thursday, I got a wake-up call because, as you guys know, I tell you guys everything on here. I was like, the dividend gonna come in, I'm just gonna buy, and then come January, that's when I will start collecting, like the dividends sit a little bit, build up, bring up the margins a little bit, then I will buy. Because right now we at almost $400,000 in income. I need to get that up to 600,000, right? I might have to get it to 700,000 to get $60,000 a month in dividend, but that's the goal, $60,000 a month. So if I need to get it to 600 to get 60,000, that's what we're going to be. If I need to get it to 700 to get 60,000 a month, that's where we're going to be, right? But I've even considered doing some consulting job to be able to add more money to the portfolio, right? Because I don't put money from my job into the portfolio, right? I lied. That's a lie. I still do put money from my job into the portfolio because I'm still trying to grow the portfolio to some point, to extent, right? But a lot of the money that I've been putting into portfolio is coming from crypto money that my crypto portfolio that I sold down and reinvest that. So that where a lot of the income is coming from, right? So that's where a lot of the money is coming from, is crypto. You know, Robinhood account, that money, that's crypto. Some of that crypto money went to Fidelity account, my growth account, which is always about to hit $40,000. Probably next week it's going to hit $40,000, and that's just my growth account, right? I have stocks in there that might pay dividend 1%, whatever, but that's not the purpose of the portfolio. That portfolio is specifically for growth, right? So I tell you guys, when you create your portfolio, you need to have your Roth. If you're under 50, you can put $7,000 a year. So even this year, if you haven't maxed out your portfolio, next year you have until you got the whole next year. Because if you're going to put money into your portfolio, I don't know if it works with any other portfolio, with any other brokerage. I know it works with Fidelity. When I go to put money into my portfolio, if I hadn't maxed out the previous year, it will ask me, do you want to put money in the previous year or the current year? Usually I'll put it in the previous year until I max it out, as long as they give me to max it out, and then I will go to the next year. I don't know if they still do it because this year I maxed out my portfolio early, right? So I don't know. Next year, we will see, because I mean my portfolio is already maxed out, so I won't have to go back and put a thing in there. But next year, as soon as the year starts, right, I'm going to try to max out my portfolio because I do have some high yield in my Roth, and I need to buy certain positions, right, like Misty, Coney, AIYY, YBit, Tesla, right? Guys, I'm saying you guys can look it up. I'm not going to be calling and telling you what the thing is, okay? So if you look at this portfolio, right, and you can see this is my smallest, I always do that. This is my smallest portfolio right now. Robinhood is synced 3 hours ago. And Robinhood, right, I only got a little bit over $100 and something thousand in this portfolio. Now, of course, it went down because of the market the other day. But for a $100,000 portfolio, to be paying me $100,000, right? So let's say if I wasn't using margins and I just have 50 grand in there, my income would be $50,000. So for a $50,000 portfolio to pay you $50,000, of course, is because I have a lot of high yield dividend in high yield positions in the portfolio, right? And the yield is 93%. So that is crazy high. 93% dividend yield, and the yield on cost is 105. So the yield on cost is a little higher, but for who cares, right? And you can see the positions, my asset, the asset that I have in there. You can see the asset. Let me move my big glowy head out of the way. You can see the asset in there, right? I'm going slow for you guys to see. And you can pause and go back and look at the stuff, right? You can see what I have in my portfolio. All right? And this is Robinhood. And this right here, the percentages paid so low. If there was in Fidelity account, I would ask Fidelity to move this out of this account and put it into my growth portfolio. So I'm going to be adding SCSG to my growth portfolio because it pays so little dividend, right? $5 was what it's paid the last time, right? It's crazy. And I have one share of AMD. Why? And they paid me $3. And I think I have, look at the value, $1,000, and I only got $5. That is crazy. So I'm probably gonna either sell this or let it sit there for as long as it can and see where it's gonna go. But this is bringing down my yield, right? Because it pay like less than 1% or whatever yield. But guys, you see what coming in, right? And at 100 grand, we got $9,000 a month coming in this portfolio. Now, you saw the video from yesterday. I have gotten almost $4,000 just from yesterday, from the week. Now, next week is a different story. I have no idea how much money we're going to make across the board of all the portfolios, but I know for sure it's going to be somewhere between $3,000 to $4,000. That's my low end, right? But I have a lot of positions. I have a lot of positions that pay next week, right? What am I looking at? Yeah, so we go here and we go back. All right. So Tesla, let's see what's paying next week. I think Tesla is paying next. We got Tesla next week, and Whitebit, right? We got Tesla and Whitebit coming next week. So I'm looking at the distribution schedule right now. All right, I'm gonna bring it over so you guys can see. And I usually just look at Yield Max because I have a lot of the stuff I have is with Yield Max. So we're going down. All right. So I do have some Tesla. I think I sold Crush. I got Whitebit and I got some SNOY. I got a couple of shares. Okay. So we got Tesla 5,000 shares. Whitebit, I got 2,300 shares. Okay. I have no idea what Whitebit is gonna pay. And it's too early to start saying. I know I overheard that from one of the other guys on YouTube that Tesla was gonna pay about $1.30. So if they pay $1.30, I mean, that's a lot of money right there, right? Let me get my calculator real quick. $1.30 is ridiculous. All right, come on, get small. You get so big like that. Taking all my window. And guys, I'm using a 32-inch screen. My screen is 32-inch. Okay, it's pretty big. That's what she says. All right. So let's say 1.32 times 5,133.0 dose. So just from Tesla alone, if it paid $1.30 or $1.32, if it pays that, I would get almost $7,000 just from Tesla alone. So, and then our Whitebit, if Whitebit even pay $1, right, that will put us over $9,000 just from those two positions. So, I mean, I don't know, but guys, if this stuff don't motivate you, oh, come on, go away. If this stuff don't motivate you, I don't know what else will motivate you. Okay? Now, you can be like, oh, yes, I want to do this and start tomorrow. No, it don't work like that. It takes time to build this thing up. Okay? It takes time to build the portfolio. You can have a small goal. Hey, I want to make $20 a month to pay my Netflix. I want to make $20 a month to pay my Amazon Prime. I want to make $20 a month to pay my Disney account. I want to make $250 a month to pay my light, water, gas. Have a goal, a reasonable goal, and then work towards that goal. And once you achieve that goal, you come up with another goal. Like I tell you guys, 3 goals, right? You have a short-term, you have a mid-term goal, and you have a long-term goal. Now, people usually long-term goals should be 10 years, but everything is so fast these days. So your long-term goal can be 5 years. Your mid-term goal can be 2.5 years. And your short-term goal can be 6 months. Right? Look for the smallest bill you have in your house. The smallest bill you have in your house. And that can be your first goal. Guys, because when you building this thing to get it to $3,000 or $4,000, you're not taking money out of there. Right? You can, but you're not taking money out of there. So if you're not taking money out of there and trying to grow the portfolio, you're adding funds. And the thing about it, right? Like I said, if a regular dividend portfolio, right, will pay you 12 cents, 25 cents, 7 cents. Well, if you're getting 50 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents per share, so now you're like, okay, I need to buy something that pays a more something at a lower price that pay a higher dividend. If I paid $10 for something that gave me 80 cents, that's fine. Right? Or I got to get to 1,000 to get $800. Because it paid me 80 cents. And sometimes it might go to $1. It might come down to 80. It might go down to 70. But the point is, your $10,000, right, is generating you $700 to $1,000 every month just from 10 grand. Now people are like, huh? Yeah. Take AIYY for example, right? I have over 1,000 shares of AIYY. Right? AIYY I paid last week. It was like 80 something cents on the dollar. Right? And AIYY, this account is in 2 separate accounts, right? I'm still building the one in Robinhood, I believe. But I'm still building the other account. So, of course, that 2,000 shares That's a lot of change, right? That's almost what, $800, $1,600 from that 2,000 shares. You guys do the math. It's more than that, but I'm doing it top of my head math. Even though I got the calculator over here, I was acting up, so I don't want to click on it no more. It was like it didn't want to cooperate. Okay, guys. So that's how you gotta think. You gotta think about that. As you build the portfolio, you gotta use your income first. That's why I say, guys, get a second job. Because if you start a side hustle, most times you have to put money, you have to put time. If you follow my step, buy $1 share every day for 3 weeks. $1 each share you have every day for 3 weeks. And people are like, well, why I can just buy all of the shares, all the money I have? I mean, you could, and then after that, what happened? You don't have no more money to invest. But if you're buying a share every day with $1, if you got 30 shares, you got 3 accounts. You got your Roth, you got your growth portfolio, and you got your dividend portfolio. For your growth portfolio, I mean, I could say just buy. You can buy the same way, but you're not getting no dividend from that portfolio. You're only getting growth. So that's a very long term, 10 years plus. That's the goal for your growth portfolio. But your dividend portfolio, right? The goal is to build something that's going to pay you back in the short term. And then your Roth is retirement portfolio at 59 and a half. You can start pulling money out. So I would have both growth and dividend into that portfolio, right? Because whatever you get in that portfolio is tax free. So if my growth portfolio grows and I get to where I need to pull money out and retire, I can sell those positions and I don't have to pay no tax on the growth or anything in my Roth. That's why I tell you guys to add both growth and dividend income to your portfolio, to your Roth portfolio. That's the reason, right? And then you have those 3 accounts, right? You can max out your Roth at $7,000, or if you over 50, $8,000 a year. And then the other account, you don't have no limits. You just put money in there. But the thing is, once you start buying the $1 share every day, right? Now, if you see something on the low, that's low, and you want to buy it, yeah, buy enough, but make sure you have enough so that you can still buy your $1 share every single day for the 15 days. Because now it's a part of you. You've done it for 15 days. It is a part of you. Okay? Now, you guys see my Misty. My average cost is at $37. I'm down 19 grand in Misty. I'm down 3,000 in Coney. YBit 2,000. AIYY 2,000. I mean, you guys can see the number. But guess what? Every single month, I'm gonna collect dividend. Right? So even though I'm down $19,000 in this right here, but I got over $9,000 in dividend from ST. Okay, so people be like, "Well, you down?" So, guys, I'm not just doing this to be okay. Well, I'm done in 2 months and then I'm gone. No. Like I tell you guys, this is my business. Just so you guys have side hustles. This is my side hustle. And soon enough, it's going to be my full-time stuff. So guys, this is my side hustle. Okay? And soon, this is going to be my full-time job. Right? Because if I had enough time, if I was just paying attention to this all day, right, my portfolio will be in better shape. It will be making more money for me. And instead of me spending 30 minutes a day on my portfolio, I'll be able to spend maybe 2 hours a day on my portfolio, even 3 hours a day on my portfolio. And I'll be able to check everything that I have. Now, I might spend more time on one day than I would do the other, but it would be about 2 hours a day, right? Maybe 3 hours a day. If I spend an hour in the morning, an hour after lunch, and an hour after the end before the market close, I mean, I'm good. You know, 8:30 to 9:30, 12:30 to 1:30, right? And 3:30 to 4:30. I think I'll be fine. I can do it 3 hours a day. That would be my schedule, 3 hours a day. And with the kind of money I'm generating right now and continue to build a portfolio, guys, anybody can do this, right? And you just gotta look at a few things and you will be fine. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Scared money don't make no money, right? Don't be scared. Just focus. Continue to build. Continue to grow. Put yourself around people that do the same thing you do. When I say what I mean by that, that invest, right? You want to be around people that listen to rap music all day, listen to hip hop, go to the club, drinking, blowing a bag. Then you're hanging around the wrong people. You want to be around people with similar mindset, right? Whatever your why is, I mean, that's your business. But to get to that why, you got to be around people that have similar mindset, that growth mindset, to get you there. There's nothing wrong with going to the club. I go every now and then. I'm 51, so I'll be 52, but I still go out to the club. I mean, I might go 5 times in a year, some years, and some years I won't go at all. It just depends. But I don't miss nothing, right? I'm there 1 o'clock. I want to go home anyway. I don't want to be there till the club close. You know, I get there at 11. I leave them at 1. 2 hours is more than enough time to chop it up with the boys, laugh, look at a few honeys, and keep it moving. This is real life, right? Go and get some rest and get back up in the morning and do it all over again. You know, at some point, you guys seeing 5,000 here. Yeah, at some point, maybe we'll have 5,000 in each of the portfolio. 5,000 of this in each of the portfolio. You know, at some point, that's what we're going to do. And I got fear in here. I forgot about this dude. I got 1,000 shares of that. So we're collecting money from that. Right? Now, I'll be glad whenever I can get NVIDIA to 3,000 shares and all of the portfolio have 1,000 shares in all of the portfolio. But the first thing is to get it to 1,000, right? Like XQY right here is to get it to 1,000 shares. So we can have income coming in every single month to where life is good. Now, margins had got me to where I'm at as far as the income wise. If I didn't have margins, right, my income I'll be almost at 200,000. That's a lot of money. To where now I'm almost at 400,000 because of the margins. But even at $200,000 a year in income, that's still a lot of money, right? So at some point, I'm saying margins is good to get you started, right? Yes, we'll pay down the margins. We'll have a higher withdrawal rate to where I can say, you know what, I'm going to go buy me a Corvette and I can pull $100,000 out of the account. Go to the Corvette store, Chevrolet store, and negotiate like I'm going to do a finance, and whenever I get the best deal that I feel like I'm going to get, then I pay cash for the car and walk out of there with the car. I don't have to have a loan because I have margin, right, that I could use. But let's say if I'm with Robinhood, right? I think my margin line is 6%, something like that, and that's great, right? Because I'm thinking I need to move another account to Robinhood because I've been having issues with what you call these people, E-Trade. So I might need to move my account from. I don't want to move my Fidelity account. I love Fidelity. So, but I might have to move my Charles Schwab account to Robinhood and then start over another Charles Schwab account, but this time around without margins, right? And I will have similar positions as I have now, but I need to clean it up a little bit more if I do that. I mean, or I can just create another Charles Schwab account and move stuff out of that account that I don't want in there, right, to the other account and pay whatever the margin cost is for that portfolio. That might be the best bet. I mean, I think that would be the best bet instead of moving everything to Robinhood, even though I get a better rate than I get from Charles Schwab. But open another account, a second Charles Schwab account, I think would be the best option right now because I don't like E-Trade and it pisses me off. So I think that's what we're gonna do. But guys, you know, investing in your future is key. This is not financial advice. I'm just an old guy on YouTube that makes videos about my portfolio. As you can see, for the next 12 months, we're at 34,000. Now, of course, that can change. Make my face smaller. That can change. It can go down, it can go up. Right? But, I mean, who cares? This is our portfolio. We're trying to motivate people to grow, to get better than what we're doing in this portfolio. Right? And as soon as we get this portfolio up, we're going to need $13,000 to get to a 400K. I mean, there's a chance, right, that will be done before the end of the year. And there's a chance that it won't be done until next year. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. The goal is to get this income to 700,000, 600,000 rather, and then get the monthly income to $60,000 a month. Now, even though I say 600,000, but we might have to get to 700K. But the goal for next year is $60,000 a month, right? So whatever it would take to get us to $60,000 a month, it would be 600K or 700K, a million. I have no idea. I believe at 600, 700K, we should be close to $60,000 a month. And I think when I hit $60,000 a month, then I will feel more comfortable. And also, I'm going to have a second portfolio that I'm building. I will have a second portfolio that I'm building in Charles Schwab. And the funny thing, I just closed out all the portfolios, the extra portfolio I had in Charles Schwab, except for my daughter account, which they're having problem with me closing the account. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, excuse me. Guys, sorry, I'm cooking and the smell is making me sneeze. So on this day, December the 12th, 2022, 2004, I come to you guys begging you, if you haven't started, start. right? If you're waiting for me to fail, we just had 2 horrible days. My portfolio went down almost, what, 20% in 2 days. Right? Was it 20%? It seemed like, because one day was 8, 9%, the other day was 8, 9%. So almost 20% in 2 days. But we're still here. So if a 20% pullback in the market did not shut us down, and even though I didn't have no money in the portfolio, that's the one thing I hate. I didn't have no money to invest on that red day, the best red day of the freaking year, and I didn't have no money to invest. Oh, and I couldn't move the money fast enough. Even though I moved the money haven't even gotten to the account yet, right? Because I had to move it from another bank to another bank before I get to this bank. So of course, time passed. I missed that. Right? But my portfolio survived. More than anything else, the portfolio survived. So if that don't tell you what I'm doing works, right? I don't know what else to tell you. Right? I didn't have 40, 50 grand in each account sitting there and I didn't use it. You guys know me. Well, if you've been watching my videos enough, you know on red days, I be salivating. And I sat there for 2 days and I didn't buy nothing. I should have sold something to keep my account from going to margins, but what I sold was green. It was up, I think, by like $1,000-some. So I sold to keep my portfolio from going to margin call. If I knew, like, oh, you know what, you got days to put this stuff back, I wouldn't have sold because it got better. But, you know, it still worked out. I didn't lose no money in the end, right? I didn't lose no money in the end. And it feels so darn good to know that people that have millions of dollars, it don't make them smarter. Because these people that have more money than me were selling because the Fed cut the rate. It's like, how dumb can you be? I don't know what I was missing though, but I don't know how dumb can you be. This is one of the times that I wish I had an extra 100,000 sitting in my account, because right now that 100,000 would have been valued at almost freaking 300K in just those 2 days, because how low the market was and buying and the stuff go up. Right? That 100K would have been 300K in a year time. Because if you add a dividend, right? You add the growth. Market down 20%. Right? Because as soon as it grow back up, you get the 20% back on 100K. Right? That's $20,000, isn't it? Y'all do the math. You're smart people. Plus, you're collecting dividend on that, another $8,000, $9,000 a month on your 100K. By the end of the year, that 12 months, you already made your 100K back. Now your 100K is 220K. And they continue to go up. Oh, man. Guys. But people that they got more money than me don't make them more smarter than me, right? Because I got more money than you don't make me more smarter than you. I'm just smart in what I'm doing to grow my portfolio, right? They say you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room all the time. You just got to be around people that are smarter than you. You know, and what you are not changing, you are choosing. So if you choose to be like one of those people who complain all the time, oh, they don't make it good enough for us to give the jobs to the old people, that is some dumb stuff. Right now, Donald Trump, the new president to be, because he's going to be president he's going to be in the White House next year, they already started rounding people up for deportation. So a lot of those blue collar jobs that these Mexican Hispanics was doing, Latin people from Latin America, people from Africa that have been picked up and deported was doing, those jobs going to become available. And those jobs pay a lot of money. So are you going to go learn your skill set to be out there in the hot sun, in the cold, building roofs, laying bricks, building fence, doing all those different things? Are you going to go do that? Are you going to go back to school and learn a skill set to make you more money? A technical university, learn how to repair air conditioning, learn how to repair a refrigerator, learn how to repair a washer and dryer to make some money? Or are you going to sit there and complain and say, oh, they're not doing nothing for us. The government is only doing this for these people, that people. Guys, I'm a prime example, right? I'm African descent, right? I'm African descent. And nothing was given to me. Nothing was given to me. I had to work hard for everything I got. Yeah, in Africa, yeah, we're rich. But Civil War, boom, I had to get the hell out of there with my family. We had to leave. And start with nothing. I talk about this on this channel many a time. So people can say, oh, Eddie, man, you know, you doing it now. But no. I had to bust my butt to get to this where I'm at right now. In 10 years, yeah, I will have $4 million in income coming in every month, every year. Boo-hoo. That's good for me. That's good for my kids. It's not good for you because I'm not giving nobody no money. I'll tell you over and over. I'm not giving nobody nothing. I work hard to earn this. When I was down, then nobody say, yo, Edwin, now let me shoot you $5,000 so you can put in your portfolio, get your portfolio back. No. Didn't nobody do that. I was just fighting by myself, trying to figure out what to do. Do I sell? Do I keep? Do I do? Whatever. Do I go borrow money from my bank to put money in my account? Take money out of my credit card to throw money in my account to buy some shares? Now, I didn't think about that because I would have done it. But now I just thought about it. Because I got a high balance on my credit card. I would have pulled money, $20,000, $30,000 on my credit card and throw it on those red days. I didn't even think about that. Oof. See? Now I remember that for the next time. But ain't nobody helping me. If I lose everything, people on this here internet, this interweb, gonna be laughing at me like, yeah, idiot, yeah, we knew that was gonna happen. They ain't gonna help me. But guess what though? If I lose everything tomorrow, I know how to get it back. I know how to build it to get it back. And if one thing Wednesday and Thursday taught me is to have more buffer, is to have more freaking buffer on my portfolio, right? And next year, as we continue to build that account, because I have to buy to build that account, the more I buy, the more share I buy, the more income we get, the more the income goes up. We're trying to get to $60,000. We had 32,000 this month, next month 34,000. So we need to increase the income about $20-some thousand, right? So I got to increase the income every month, starting next year, this year, whatever, about $2,000 a month. That's not a lot. To increase the income by $2,000 a month, it can be done. If I'm generating $30,000 a month, why can I increase the income by $2,000 a month? Because I'm not spending any of the money. The only money I spend is on my Tesla, right? And the money that I had put aside for my Tesla, I put it back into the account to buy more positions. So now, next month, right, as the income come in, I'm not going to touch anything because all the money that I move from my other bank to my other account, I got to leave some of that money in the account to cover my next month Tesla payment because it's automatic withdrawal from my account. Now, since I started using bill pay, I got to automate bills that's static, right? Bills that doesn't change. My light, water, gas to change. My internet bill, it changed. It went from $85 to $90. So that's not static. But I need bills that are static that I could just leave it. Even though I pay more money, but I could just leave it and say, okay, well, this is good. Like my mortgage. I can put my mortgage on that account, right? I can put my mortgage into my Fidelity account because that's what that account was for, to stop paying that account the way it's not coming out of my paycheck, because my mortgage comes out of my paycheck now. But now I can say, okay, stop taking the money out of my paycheck, take it out of the Fidelity account, do a bill pay out of the account to where it moves the amount of money I need every month, right? Or I can do it for a couple of months and then have some money aside, put money aside a little bit at a time. When that money is built up, then set up that payment, right? Because my car account is taking care of my car payment. My house account, now I need to start taking care of my house payment. When I get my Corvette, if I decide to finance it, the money is going to come from my Charles Schwab account, right? And car and house. Now I got my daughter account, the one I'm supposed to pay her tuition, but we're ahead of schedule. So now I can make that account my regular catch-all bill account. I can start paying all my bills and all my credit cards out of the account. Once I pay her tuition for the year, for the semester, I got 3 months and or so for the next semester. 3 months plus, right? I think almost 4 months. I know they got to pay the next tuition January for the next semester. But guys, like I said, this is not financial advice. I try to motivate you guys every single day, right? Every day. And if this is not motivating you, I don't know what else to do, right? I don't know what else to do. So next year, based on the trajectory, we should be at 560. But that's it with the current rate, 44%. That rate, our yield is 85%. So what it go down to this 46%, 44%? I don't know. Right? We're 82%, and that our yield cut down in half. Maybe the thing, you know what? I'm gonna start investing more safely. But now when I got margins, I gotta use the margins. So that right there, it's what they're thinking my mentor, because I have a lot of those positions, lower yield positions. Maybe thinking, well, he's gonna start doing more Robin Hood, taking money from the high yield, putting it into the lower yield. But I can't do that right now, right? When we get to $36,000 to $60,000 a month, right? And the funny thing is, even though I'm talking about $60K a month, I won't be surprised if we get to $100K a month next year, because I only got to do $2,000, increase the income $2,000 a month to have $60K a month by the end of the year. And knowing me, when I get my tax money coming in, if I get tax money, well, I got a 2-year-old, so I get money for her daycare, all the other stuff. I get money back for that. My businesses, all the money I spent for my business, my property repair, my rental property repair, new AC, all that stuff. That's all written off. Travel for my business. I'm a YouTuber. I have my apartment in Colombia. All the expenses there is written off to a point. Right? So I might get $10, $20, $30, $40,000. Who knows? But all that money, when I get that money, right, I might pay off if I get 30 grand, I'm investing 20, right? And then I'm paying off a couple things. Or I might say, you know what? Instead of paying off something, let's throw that 60 grand, that 30 grand into Misty. Let throw that 30 grand into Nvidia. right? Let's throw that 30 grand into AIYY. And buy more positions. Because I'm thinking about the long term, right? I'm thinking about the long term. If I have 3,000 shares, 4,000 shares of AIYY, if they pay $1, that's $4,000. So that you got to think about that, right? And I don't mind. I put money into stuff that paid less money. If they do a reverse split, as soon as it gets to that high, the next day I'm selling out of it. So I will get all my money back. I'm not gonna let it go back down to zero. And I will not invest back into it. Anything I got now, if they do a reverse split, I'm selling out of it. Until it go to zero, we rocking with it. Is it paying dividend? We're rocking with it. So guys, get your ish together. It's a new year. Set new goals. Set New Year resolution. My New Year resolution, right, 2004, was to stop drinking alcohol. That was my New Year resolution. 2004. And I haven't had a drink of alcohol. Now, people have given me alcohol to drink, even though I tell them I don't drink, right? And those people are no longer my friends. Because if I tell you I don't drink and you're trying to force me to drink, now you're a bad influence. You're not respecting my wishes. I'm cutting your ass off. Now, myself, when I was trying to stop drinking, it was hard. I kept beer in my house. Up until today, I got wine, I got liquor out the wazoo. I can get 100 people drunk and still have more liquor left over. But me, the way I fight things is to see it head on. So there have been many days I will pop open the bottle, and I was about to pull it out, I was like, ooh, and I'll pour the beer out, that Heineken out. I did that many a time. Sometimes I'll even put it in my mouth, and I'll spit it out. Pick mouthwash in my mouth, wash it out. I went to that stage. 4, 5 months, 6 months. Yeah, it was tough. But I knew that wasn't going to benefit me to continue to drink. I knew it wasn't good for me to continue to drink. The only thing I can't quit right now is the ladies. That one I can't quit that. I've tried many ways, but I can't quit the ladies. I love the ladies. So this year, well, next year, 2025, is the year I become a millionaire. Now, not only in dividend or in stock market, but also a real estate millionaire, right? My net worth in real estate, my net worth in the market combined, gonna make me a millionaire. I'm almost there. I think I was like maybe 10 grand away before the market went down. I don't know where I am now. I haven't checked it. But I'm almost there. And I talk about this because there's something I wanted to be when I turned 35. I'm almost there. The market crashed then. I lost everything. I'm almost there now. The market went down again. But guess what? Your boy's still here. Right? I'm still here. So as we continue to grow and build, right? You know, we working hard. So guys, we about to hit 2,000 subscribers. We got another seven days in the year. Anything is possible. Anything is possible as we continue to grow the channel, as we continue to grow, make the content better, continue to motivate you guys. And next year, remember guys, we're coming up with the membership. And if you want to support the channel, you can join the membership, right? If you want to see the channel get to the next level, join the membership. Guys, people watching the videos. People watching the videos. Some more than others, but people watching the videos. People are commenting on the videos. And today, you know, I want to talk about this, my portfolio here. This is my retirement journey is coming to fruition. I can retire tomorrow. Live in the U.S. I don't even have to move out of the U.S. because I don't have enough money. God, I only have $24,000 that I needed to retire outside the U.S. Right? I'm about to 10x that money. That's life-changing money for me and my family. Guys, I love you guys. Invest in your future because nobody else can do it for you. The government's not going to do it for you. Donald Trump is giving people money. Donald Trump is deporting people. So jobs that wasn't there for you before are there if you want to do it. Now there's going to be a lot of labor shortage because the people that were doing the jobs are being deported. That's horrible for families, separating families. But things happen in life and you got to continue to work hard to get to the next level. Okay, guys. And as always, I love you guys. Still blessed. And we're going to do this again tomorrow. Peace out.